Yep.
And we're live. Hey, everybody. It is Saturday night. It is Atop the Fourth Wall plays Mass Effect. We are going to affect some mass. Hope you guys enjoyed the the March-Halloween quarantine stream yesterday.
It was very Lugu-tastic. It was very spoopy. It was very fun.
Yep. Right now with us, we got Zen and we got Game Show Reviewer.
Howdy, y'all. Yeah, I don't like to talk until I'm introduced.
Yep.
What's a Zenith?
A miserable pile of secrets.
How about you?
Alright, SK's video production reminding us to wash our hands.
Everyone should wash your hands. Pretty much me and a bunch of my friends got sick, even though we do wash our hands, but precautions are necessary. And I'm finally back to good health compared to last week when I couldn't talk.
And Jess is hoping to be back next week. We'll see how that goes. Connor Johnson, one of my favorite celebrities ever, is Italian-American actress and model Isabella Rossellini. Are you familiar with her work? Because she's amazing. I have heard of her name, but I am not familiar with her work.
Well, fortunately, that's one up on me. Name's not even familiar.
Isn't Isabella from that Animal Crossing game that just came out? No, that's Isabella. Never mind.
Ikari K had a cough into your elbow. Wise words. Words of wisdom, Lloyd. Words of wisdom.
Reminder that, a handshake spreads the most germs, a high five spreads less, elbow bump spreads less, but the classic jazz hands does not do anything.
Yes.
Or a thumbs up.
Yeah, this will be interesting as quarantining procedures continue, and we have to, and I slowly become more and more like Jack Nicholson in The Shining.
That's Isabel the Doomslayer, who's part of Animal Crossing. I don't play Animal Crossing, but I hear good things.
Sir Straw Hat says, I guess the gambler finally broke even. Rest in peace, Kenny Rogers.
Yep, I'm actually not familiar with Kenny Rogers' work either. Sonic Cody, stay clean, everyone. I don't want anyone to get corona. Hopefully none of us do. Melissa was out of the country for several weeks, and she got sick almost right away. We're still waiting on her test results back. Minnesota did not get enough. We got a bunch of super chats suddenly coming in. Sebastian Ormond, hey Lewis, missed March-Halloween night, but thanks for that. Wanted to ask, would you or Allison watch John Carpenter's Body Bags? I have already watched John Carpenter's Body Bags, and I did a podcast with Noel on it. Look up Masters of Carpentry, I think is what he called it.
I have no idea.
It was an anthology thing that John Carpenter was behind, and they did like 3 segments. The first one is the best.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, start reading some of those super chats because they scrolled out of my field of vision.
Robert Wilson, I found a Tremors YouTube channel with the entire TV series on list. What was your opinion of the series?
Never watched the series.
Andrew Kine. I'll get this one. Permission to do a William Shatner cover of What the Hell Did I Just Review?
Permission granted. Go ahead.
What the hell did I just review?
Commander Grizzly, if you want to be here on Mass Effect, go Paragon.
We are Paragon. We are the people voted when we first started playing. We are Paragon with a side of F the Council.
Because the Council's dumb. I haven't played past becoming a Spectre, mostly because I'm busy with Kingdom Hearts 3, but the Council sucks.
And that has influenced every decision we made. We have been trying to play as Paragon as possible, but any time we had a chance to say, screw you, Council, we go with that.
7 Seraphim 7, yay, work closing just in time for Animal Crossing.
Mm-hmm.
SKS Video Productions, say hello like a Vulcan, no contact or germs.
It is agreeable to see you all.
Yes, it is agreeable to see you again.
Peace be with you, Freddy Krueger.
That will make more sense if you saw the March-Halloween quarantine stream, which I did post up on the YouTube channel. You can watch all 4 hours of it.
Yeah, it was very fun.
Peace be with you, Freddy Krueger.
The 1992 surge. Are you familiar with the channel Geeks for Fun? They do DC Dragon Ball radio drama style videos. Their 2 most popular are a DC Dragon Ball crossover and Alien Dragon story. They're fun to listen to.
I am not familiar with them, so yeah, that's a plug for them.
Let's see here. Captain Avenger 1993. Sad that I won't go back to work until August.
Ugh.
Are you a teacher by chance?
I'm hoping you're at least getting compensated early or something for that time.
Agreed. And this is not a super chat. I'll just read it off. Michael Rett to me, because that's why I'm reading it off. Mr. President is here. Any advice for someone who's not feeling their best mentally thanks to being called names by a toxic ex-girlfriend and being rejected by a girl? I'll quote Brad Paisley, that kind of pain is fast and it's rare.
We got Starfire down here who wants attention.
That's the best I can do.
Ryan Walterson, I love Paxar movies. Figure Tale, An Insect Cycle, Demons Organized, Searching Norman, The Spectaculars, Mobiles, Rat-a-tat-tat-tat, Waldo, High, Touch, Outside In, The Fine Lizard, Kaka, and Forward.
Akari Kid, is Zen going to be reading Doctor Who and the Daleks?
I can. If you send me a link, I could probably do that. Right now, for my Dalek review, I'm just covering the serial for now. But if there's more that I need to know, then send it my way, and I'll get to it when I'm not sick.
And Gorn ZX, hope the guide I sent you helps.
Yeah, like I said in the chat, you don't have to keep doing that kind of thing. I just prefer to play it as I go along. I appreciate the help, but I'm not going to be paying that close attention to it. This is mostly for fun. It's why I'm not getting all hung up on a lot of relationship stuff or oh my god, you got to do this or else it'll affect the next game. We don't know when we're going to play Mass Effect 2, if ever.
Mm-hmm. Also, Nihilus Crick, cereal, not as breakfast cereal. Back in the day, cereals were seasons. And
or multi-part episodes, basically.
Starfire is digging. You can't see it because it's just off camera. Starfire is digging into my pants that are on the ground.
And Scooney, the Patreon sponsored reviews will be available at the end of the period. You just have to look out for them.
Well, actually, I'm pretty sure at the beginning of next month I'm closing them. So until September. So. Yeah, Patreon sponsorship. There is. I hate that I have to keep saying this, but there is no set time when they open. People have to leave the slot, and they usually do it at the beginning of the month. But there is no guaranteed time. It is first come, first serve. Now, eventually, there might come a point where I just say you only get one ever because some people get it multiple times.
And yeah, I've tried to do it I think years ago when it first started. They go fast.
People like to do that.
1992 Surge, how do you decide on non-Patreon sponsored reviews?
I just look through the stuff that I want to do and decide, hey, I want to do a review of this or talk about it. I have binders full of comics, just that I flip through and periodically swap out stuff oh, this looks stupid. I'll probably review this at some point.
Binders full of comics, dude. You have a whole room full of comics. I've seen it.
Yup. Twitter retweets. It's basically just Twitter retweets is basically as anything as long as you include include. Hey, can you retweet this for me?
And as long as
unless it's something horrible. Unless it's hey, can you do it for just for the hell of it? No, I'm not going to do that. The Twitter retweets are to help people or to promote people. It is not for lol. I'm just doing this for no reason.
Mm-hmm. And I assume it's something that you feel good in retweeting. There is a limit.
Oh yeah, there's if someone is trying to get me to retweet a transphobic charity, screw that kind of thing.
Yeah. Patrick Caulfield finally caught up to your show. Only took 2.5 months. Good Lord, I'm insane. Was wild to see where you started, and to quote the 400th, you're getting better all the time.
I certainly hope so.
Captain Avenger. I work as a dishwasher at a university in California.
Oh man.
Jacob Lerma, is zombie movies with happy or hopeful end?
Most of them, isn't it?
Day of the Dead actually has a somewhat hopeful ending. Dawn of the Dead when it was originally shot, it had a sad ending, but they changed it because the screen test said no, we want this character to survive.
Another good one is
Anna. I gotta talk about this because Dawn of the Dead is just amazing because it looks like it's heading towards an unhappy ending, dour, depressing music. Guy puts a gun to his head as the zombies are about to go through the door. Then all of a sudden, the zombie comes through. He's like, "Screw that!" Shoots the zombie, and then suddenly, da 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 da, happy fun music starts playing as he storms through the zombies and gets to the helicopter.
Oh, that's brilliant.
It's just screw your unhappy ending. I'm gonna get away.
Otherwise known as the Carter Grayson method.
Another good one is Anna and the Apocalypse. It has a happy end. Also, it's a musical, and it is fantastic.
Shaun of the Dead has a happy ending.
Let's see here.
Then we got one more super chat, and then we should probably switch over to the game because we've been going 10 minutes of just super chats.
Ryan Wilkerson, as today is World Puppetry Day, what are some of your favorite puppet TV shows, Henson or otherwise?
Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Sesame Street.
I like my show because I use a puppet.
My show is technically a puppet show because we got Poyo.
Yeah. Not that I'm biased or anything.
Nah.
All right, let's switch over. It's time to mass some effect around here.
Mm-hmm. And while we're getting ready, so for anyone who's been paying attention lately, I was stuck on episode 8 of I'll answer the super chat. SKHS Army of Darkness has a happy ending. Be like Ash.
Well, this is another one where they changed the ending because people didn't like the unhappy ending.
Robert Wilson, Warm Bodies has had a happy ending. But yeah, for those of you who've been following for a while, I was stuck on episode 8 of Star Trek simply because sick and being busy and stuff. The other reason was Lewis let me know that was a bad episode, so I had to be in the right mindset. I watched episode 9 today, Miri. It sucks.
Miri sucks. It really does.
More in a minute. Donna Van Eagle, thanks for making videos that help me deal with the stress of my grandma's health issues. Also, best advice for Mass Effect and family. Rip and tear until it's done. Oh wait, no, that's Doom.
I mean, I'm still going to follow the rip and tear method.
True.
Yep.
They are huge. They have huge guts.
So yeah. Episode 9 of the original series, not Star Trek Picard. I'm not there yet. I'm not a Trekkie officially yet. But episode 9 of the original series, Miri. It starts off all right. You know, there's a second Earth, and they go down, and there's a disease and stuff like that. But then it goes into the well, they didn't even take it. You're right, Katrina. They didn't take advantage of the whole duplicate Earth plot point. But also, they explained that these kids are like 300 years old and that they're just now running out of food. And I'm like, how? Your parents are all dead. How are your food storages not running out yet?
Maybe they don't eat all that much.
Well, they're kids, obviously. They don't eat much, so.
Are you kidding?
Shepard's just doing her warm-up runs right now. She got to get in the mood and stuff, you know.
Yeah, I was actually
got to keep yourself loose.
Keep it loosey-goosey.
Gordon ZX, careful, Lewis. You say you don't want to set a romance, but you might accidentally make a romance with Liara or Caden. All right, to the show.
All right, let's do this.
Who's Fidan?
He's our leader. He needs your help to prepare for the Geth. They're making another push.
Spawn.
Please, up the stairs past the freighter. Look out!
Oh! Ah, God!
Oh, well, that happened.
Yep, it's a massive shootout now. Yeah, the other thing about Mary that was the other thing about Mary that really got me was very creepy. They have a romance between a little girl that's 300 years old and leading her on to get information, and then they do the stuff with Janice, and that's Janice in the event of imminent death says, "Hey, Captain Kirk, look at my legs now," and I'm like, after the enemy within, no. She would not do that. So Mary's bad. But apparently Dagger of Time is good.
Dagger of the Mind.
Dagger
of the Mind. Mind bolts. That's telekinesis.
Ow.
Maybe this involves telekinesis. I ain't gonna say.
But yeah, so Mary was not fun. But it did give me a lot of riffing material. And afterwards, my roommate was like, "It was really that bad, huh?" I'm like, "Yeah," because I noped out like 3/4 of the way through the episode. I still watched it, but I was checked out.
Now is not the time.
You know, 15 minutes in, and I gotta say, I'm surprised no one has taken notice of the slightly modified graphics on the live stream.
Yep.
So, sorry, y'all.
I wasn't gonna have you mention it. Whoop, ah.
Well, I wanted to see how long I could go, but yeah.
Oh, they're tiny things. I hate tiny things.
Oh no.
It was like a frog Geth.
Worms? Are they worms?
Is that the verbs?
No, it's reptile.
Mortal
Kombat.
So yeah, my Star Trek watch is continuing. We're gonna watch Dagger of the Mind together after this stream, and then I'm probably gonna watch some Kamen Rider because I'm working on Kamen Rider Double, which it's spelled as a W, but it's pronounced double because Japanese. Oh, and...
I'm poisoned. There we go.
Okay, I guess you don't want to shoot them. Okay, yeah. Are we talking to someone?
Saying you won't go? No, I'll go.
Damian Wayne, what are your thoughts on white and gray moralities? Damian Wayne not being a jerk, but classical anti-hero and visual-heavy comics, games, and films. That's a lot of questions. I like white morality. I like gray morality just fine. I prefer Damian Wayne being a jerk because he's just kind of more entertaining that way. And visual-heavy comics, games, and films depends on how on what kind of visuals they are and like how they complement the story. Because, for example, Star Trek: The Motion Picture is a visual-heavy comic, but it's not but it's not a fun watch.
No.
And
Professor Chaos, speaking of Doom, for anyone who knows who Total Biscuit is, Eternal has a memorial to him in one of the levels. It is his hat in the side that reads "Slay Cancer." Yes, I do know about Total Biscuit.
Yeah, he unfortunately passed away due to cancer, and some people didn't agree with, you know, his policies or whatever. I don't care. He was still good at what he did, and he did not deserve cancer. Nobody does.
Akari Kid. Fun fact, Muri's actress was 19 at the time. I don't think that helps.
It does not help because she's supposed to act like a 15-year-old on the cusp of adulthood.
I thought she was supposed to be 13.
Like, she's supposed to be old enough for puberty right now, but then she's 300 years old. It's just creepy. It doesn't matter how old, it's creepy.
Sir Strawhead says, sadly, Yeoman Rand does not stick around for long, which makes her role feel even more pointless. Spoiler alert!
No spoilers, Straw Hat, but also they did Yeoman Rand dirty.
They did.
Like, Janice gets crap. Like, she gets crapped on. Like, you know that scene in Jurassic Park where they say that's a lot of shit? Like, 2 of those piles is what they gave her, and that's still a lot of shit.
Now that is one big pile of shit. Sorry, I love that scene.
I love it too.
It's so pointless and so, yeah. Sebastian Edmund, what's next for Marchoween?
Probably nothing right now. Although, of course, if you follow my Twitter, you will see all the found footage movies that I'm watching. and like, I live tweet and talk about. Alice Blake.
Marchoween was just fun.
Marchoween was fun.
Patrick Caulfield, I feel like GSR doesn't get much questions, so I'd like to know what made you want to be a game show reviewer. Also, how did you guys come up with the president joke? I'll answer in a minute.
Send somebody to help us.
You're a bit late, aren't you?
Arcelia.
Look, we had to pick up a hot alien woman first.
Watch out! We've got Geth in the tower.
Protect the heart of the colony.
But not the spleen!
Not the spleen.
Okay. What made me want to be a game show reviewer? I wanted to try to get on the reviewing games, and no one was talking about game shows. So why the heck not? Because I was, like most reviewers start off with, I wanted to see something cool. And as for the president joke, that was the 500th, I believe.
Yep.
That was just something I was like, you know what, this sounds like it'd be fun. You know, like the game show reviewer has probably the least miserable of the futures.
Yeah, that one was your idea. Most of them I came up with on my own, but that one was your idea, and I liked it.
So yeah, there you go. 1992 surge. Star Trek did a lot, but not women's rights.
Yeah, sexual politics with women in the show has always been bad.
Very much.
Jacob Lerma, thoughts on Marvel's Snowflake and Safe Path?
Safe space.
Safe space.
I get what they're trying to do, and they do explain. There's an interview where they explain what they're trying to do, but they don't know what they're doing.
they're doing it the wrong way.
They want to try to
and
reclaim insulting terminology against people and try to turn it into a, yeah, we will proudly declare ourselves this. And no, that's not how that works. Especially not coming from a bunch of white cis guys.
Especially because here's the thing. As someone, I'm going to only say this once because I don't want to stay on this topic, but as someone who is trans, we don't want to reclaim these terms. We don't like that's not how it works. I'm done. I'm not gonna bring that up again. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
They're asking, since SS Debris has entered Chaos Mode, will you soon follow?
No.
I think SS Debris is in Chaos Mode for many different reasons.
Yeah.
And I feel for him. I really do.
Yeah, poor guy. Yeah, no, I'm fine. I do not need Chaos Mode. The schedule will stay the way it is. It just won't, whatchamacallit. It's just sometimes the episodes will come out like a day or two late.
In other words, like normal.
Yeah. Unlock fitness, increase damage, increase hardening.
You'll know things have gotten really bad if Linkara stops saying it'll come out on Monday and he starts saying it'll come out the week of. That's when things have gotten bad.
Yup.
I was actually 2 seconds away from recommending you go ahead and do that. But,
Alright, Tally got a bunch of points. Okay, she uses pistols. Bing. Basic armor, we'll give you some points there. Electronics will help out there. Damping, decryption. We don't need decryption. Quantum machinist. Just max that out, why don't we?
We are quantum mechanic, quantum machinist. As someone who was a former machinist, that's pretty cool.
DeGilvids, I was not trying to burn Linkara, I was trying to make a point. Or actually, I was just trying to say truth. That's why I said right, Linkara.
Yeah, sure, we'll go with that.
Captain Adventure 93, what's the worst game show I've ever watched? Worst game show I've ever watched that I've actually sat down and watched was The Moment of Truth. That is just an awful show. The worst game show I've ever heard of that I've never seen a complete episode of is The Chamber, and I hope never to.
Let's see.
Lillian Lamp. Hey guys, what I missed? Currently playing Doom. Sorry I haven't been around till now. That's no problem. Welcome aboard.
It's all good. We're just going through this place that's under attack by the Geth. We just leveled up. I'm waiting for another med kit to appear so I can heal up Shepard a bit.
Nightmare. The fish be like this niche feel empty feet or something. What?
Yeah, I'm not sure what that's a reference to.
Yeah, I'm not either.
An Ikari kid from before. Other fun fact: Grace Lee Whitney actually enjoyed Barry. It's fine. You can enjoy it. Just looking back, it's ugh. SKHS. Things are bad when Linkara says "go good."
No, I think it's supposed to be. Oh, good. It's great. It's great.
Good. It's good. It's fine. It's fine.
It's good. It's good.
Everything's good, guys. Good things are happening right now.
Lillian Lamp. Ooh, it's that one. I think you will like it. I think they're talking about Dagger of the Mind. Robert Wilson. If you saw Has Been Hotel, did you like it?
I saw it. It was fine.
I loved it, but then again, I think it's a great concept, and it's not trying too hard. I think it's just right with its portrayal of what it's trying to do. But yeah, I think Has Been Hotel is pretty good. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's great. It's great. You hear me?
Things are going really well, guys.
Sonic Cody, ever heard of the jump chain?
I don't know what that is.
The vehicle and find where the Geth are bunkered.
Favorite tokusatsu that's not Power Rangers? Garo. Garo. Watch Garo. It's awesome.
I don't know. Mystic Knights. Sailor Moon. Ah, good. Medical Station.
Professor Chaos 56. Does Hell's Kitchen count as a game show? Because if it does, then Hell's Kitchen is the best game show.
Technically. Technically, kind of.
I feel like a rainbow.
It's extremely borderline. Extremely borderline. I'd say it's reality show.
Yeah. Unfortunately, and of course, the reality show parts are the worst parts of it.
Yeah, this is
true. If it was just a damn cooking show like it should be, it would be great. But they ramp up drama and really stupid things that had happened. Like, I remember, like, the opening of one season. I'm gonna heal up real quick here. I remember the opening of one season of Hell's Kitchen. It's like, they bring in all the contestants, and then suddenly they have this elaborate, like, dance number around Chef Ramsay. For no reason whatsoever, just having a bunch of chefs and waiters just, like, dancing around, do this elaborate sequence, and it's supposed to be like, oh, it's so epic and cool. It's just like, you're a freaking cooking show. What are you doing?
Yeah.
You're here to win a job, and not even like a good job. Like, they continually claim it's the head chef position, and usually it's actually more like a line cook.
Yep. Although
they don't get $250,000, so it's still, you know, good. But at the same time, it's like, come on.
They have brought back a few chefs who actually do hold that position. So,
yeah.
Let's see here, and I saw while I'm looking for this, the Blue Griffin, my favorite game show. Press your luck, mine too. Patrick Caulfield. In A Voice from the Dark, what was your inspiration for the voice? Also, who was the most fun to write lines for, or did everyone write their own lines?
If they mean in terms of inspiration for, like, I kind of need more. Okay, the way the voice always envisioned to me, he looks different than how he does on the cover, at least in my mind. I kind of envisioned a Muck from Pokemon, but with like, you know, with like the face of Red from the Godzilla NES creepypasta. That's how I always envisioned it looking. Obviously Scutch took some inspiration and came up with a slightly more original design, and I like that design. I think I cut the line. I had to cut a line where it said that he had no nose, though. Let's see. There was the voice of the actual, like, voice itself. The instruction that I gave to Lehman was think the Borg Collective voice from Best of Both Worlds, where it's very flat, very monotone, and yet very loud and authoritative. Elevator's out of service. I gotta take the stairs.
Is there practicing that social distance?
I could have warned you about the stairs, bro. I told you, dog.
T-Scream80, 2GSR, have you reviewed Worst Cooks? I have not, and that's a good show. If you're talking about Worst Cooks in America, that is a great, hilarious show. That's the only show that convinces me that I can cook.
And I've been actually watching a lot of the Great British Baking Show. That is really good, but it's also very much a victim of there's a formula about how this is going down.
I wonder if we can get more. I don't think we can.
7 Seraphim 7, only Pinkie Pie gets to turn cooking into a musical. Lillian Lamb, Pharos was my first planet in Mass Effect, so this is giving me some nostalgia.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. Mind you, I'm sorry if you get frustrated as we run around. I'm not actually sure what we're doing or where we're going. I kind of like got sidetracked. So what are we doing exactly?
I don't know.
I wasn't here
Geth
for
attack. Inform Phi-Dan that the Geth have cleared from the tower. Okay, so we got to find Phi-Dan again. I know we ran into him earlier, so let's backtrack.
Chaos Nightmare. My last super chat was a reference to "This Bitch Empty Yeet" and was an evolution joke. You can't see it, but I'm dabbing. Yeet.
Oh, is that what that is?
You kids and your dabbing and yeeting.
I have
Yeeting
no
is
idea.
yeet means throwing, and dabbing is just it's a Sentai pose. And
Dabbing is the, you know, reaching up and then looking down thing. I don't get it, but whatever.
Remember back when English used to be a form of communication?
No.
1992 Surge. Couple of questions about that. In A Voice from the Dark, why did Linkara never bring up the entity? Also, was the voice related to the entity?
No, and that's why I didn't bring it up. There
Storm.
are other creatures out there besides the entity.
There are other technumina, as they are called.
Well, no, this thing's not. The voice is not a technumina.
Oh, okay. It's just an eldritch abomination.
Yeah, it's just an eldritch abomination. There are other eldritch abominations out there.
Not everything.
It would be really dumb if all these creatures were all connected. Like I don't mind exploring that aspect of my show and that mythology. I have plenty of ideas and plans, but not everything needs to all be connected. It makes it kind of silly after a while.
Everything relates back to the number 42.
In Star Trek, it's 47.
Revealing Storm. What is your favorite genre of music?
I don't really have a favorite genre of music. I just like songs.
Country's mine.
Where is Fi now? Oh, there it is.
My favorite is whatever I'm listening to at the time. I just kind of move around. Although I do love the Saw theme. The Saw theme's great.
Do 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 do.
There's some great songs.
Have you heard the Saw theme in a major key?
No.
I have not. I don't know if I want to.
There's a clip out there of all these horror themes in a major key, and they're great. They are great.
Oh God, Bab Clayman 1. You are the entity's father, sisters, cousins, former roommates, cats, dogs, best friend.
What does that make us?
Absolutely nothing, which is about you are about to become.
Thanks to you.
Talking.
I'm just glad your colony's safe.
I appreciate your concern and your efforts against the Geth.
They may have been slowed, but they'll be back. They always come back.
What do they want?
If you want answers, go ask them yourselves.
We don't know what they're after. They came, they attacked us, that's all we know. Their main base is at the ExoGeni headquarters. A good place to start looking if you want answers.
What's ExoGeni?
It's the company most of us work for before the attacks. They fund this colony. The Skyway leads directly to ExoGeni headquarters. You can't miss it.
Of course, there's an army of Geth between here and there.
I didn't expect this would be easy.
Then maybe I can get this colony operational again.
We'll get going then.
Good luck, Commander.
Okay, cool.
Yo, Paragon plus 2.
Bunch of super chats.
Lillian Lamp, 42, 47. Halo just have one number that matters. 7. The 1992 surge. Sorry, I wasn't clear. Why did Linkara not bring up fighting the entity and King of Worms, since they're similar in nature to the voice?
They really are not. The entity is a creature of pure information, and they only barely understand that as it is. The King of Worms died of fright. Neither example would have been useful.
And Robert Wilson, what did the
Tamarans, I think they mean Temlins.
Temlins, yeah.
What did the Temlins originally look like?
They look just like the Furlings on Stargate.
Exactly.
they look like the Elcor, but they don't talk like the Elcor, which is not fun. Depressed sigh.
And by the way, we never did see the Furlings on Stargate. I don't care what the episode 200 shows. Those were the Ewoks posing as Furlings.
He just always assumed that they would be furry.
I'm still waiting for the Temlins to turn out to be some villainous race that aren't actually all powerful or something like that, or there's got to be some sort of catch.
Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. I ain't saying. Though I do apologize about that. I would have gotten Noel over here to finally film some stuff, but with social distancing and everything, we really can't do that.
We cannot have Heavy Rex stuff if he can't have contact.
Yeah, we can't have anyone over here to film stuff. Noel got really sick too.
Yeah, we all got, everyone who was at that party pretty much got
Oh
sick.
boy, guys, we gotta make go.
Yes!
It's time for a space jackass.
All right, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get me some water.
Yep.
All right.
Entertain the troops.
We'll entertain the troops. I'm gonna look for Ikari Kid's chat. Sir Straw Hat, thoughts on GameStop staying open and opinion on... look, I like GameStop. I've been with them for years, but their corporate sucks ass. Individual stores are fine, but individual stores are fine. Corporate sucks, but corporate making everyone work is both illegal and douchebaggish. And I'm probably not going to be going there for a while. Ikari Kid, so the Doctor takes Valerie Pike to Chincoteague. If this happened, would we be entertained?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what.
What the question?
Now you gotta read it again.
Now I gotta read it again. I gotta find it. So the Doctor takes Mallory Pike to Chincoteague. If this happened, would we be entertained?
I don't know who that is.
Welcome
Mallory
to Space
Pike, I don't know who that
Jackass.
is.
We're gonna be messing with the Mako all day.
Okay, good. The door was. I was gonna go out, get out to open the door.
Automatic doors. That's a thing.
Whoa.
I'ma shoot it.
Or run it over.
Let's see if we can run him over.
Controls still suck.
Woo!
Welcome to Space Jackass. Welcome to Space
Welcome to
Jackass.
Space Jackass!
With Mako. We're gonna be messing with Mako all day.
You know
All
what
day,
worries me
every day.
though? There is an endless fall on the other side of that bridge.
Well, there was lava before. There was lava during the first one. We actually died in the Mako because it controlled so bad.
Well, okay, here's the thing. Lava you can drive out of. Endless fall, not so easy to drive out of.
Lava in here is an insta-kill.
Ah, okay, perfect.
Yeah. But yeah, so Space Jackass, we're back in the Mako. Better call Mako. Or Mako Tsunami. Or with my last breath, I curse Zoidberg.
Your current kid, Mallory Pike, is Mallory from Babysitter's Club. I've never read or seen Babysitter's Club, so...
Oh, it's been forever since I've read Babysitter's Club.
The Edge wins.
Let's see what Pokemon game Lewis is playing this week. Oh my god! Oh shoot! I was hoping that there was an autosave right there, but no. Apparently we backtracked a bit.
But yeah, so this reminds me of an Infamous where I was grinding on the rails one time and I just randomly fell through the floor. I kept that in my review. Like some of the like things you can do in games is just ridiculous.
Sir Straw Hat, this would be a good time to play Warthog music from Red vs. Blue.
Now stop making up fictional animals. Puma ain't real.
And Lillian Lamp. So, you like the Mako?
Love the Mako, it's great!
You better call Mako.
Apparently they're saying you can quick save with F6, so once you get back to the Mako, go ahead and F6.
Gotcha. We have to kill some more stuff along the way, though.
We got the true friends were the enemies we killed along the way.
We'll try to skip through the dialogue again to try to get back here as quickly as possible. This is the way we came? Yes, it is. Okay.
But let's see. We discussed Star Trek. I haven't watched any more Kamen Rider yet. What new things can we discuss that I have been doing?
I circle around.
I've been playing Kingdom Hearts 3, fighting the Data Organization 13 on critical mode because I'm insane. I just beat Mansex.
You beat Mansex?
His name is Zemnis, but it's an anagram for Mansex, and all the fan base just call him Mansex.
Of course.
Because that's fan base for you.
Ansem and Mansex were pretty easy, but now I have to fight Xion, and she can literally shred your health and make your health pool smaller until you use a health item. So, but you can block it, but I figured I'd stop and watch Star Trek instead. Yes, Mansex, yep.
Gorn ZX says, Lewis, you're not supposed to in Mako yet. Also, keep armor you find in your inventory.
Uh-huh. Get in the Mako, gotcha.
7 Seraphim say 7. The Mako's fine. Shepard just drives it badly. Shepard's drunk Isaac, okay?
Why are there 6 pedals?
All I knew is he hated Griff, and that's all that mattered.
I'm just glad
I appreciate you.
They may have been
And Jacob Lerma still waiting for your super chat.
Yeah, the Data Organization 13 are much harder this time around, and so it's taken me quite a few days to learn their patterns. Psyx is the worst.
Jacob Lerma, thoughts on the Infamous games, and I hope you're ready for... What? Yazro?
Yuzora.
I have never
Yuzora's
played the Infamous games, so I have no opinion about them.
I love the Infamous games, especially Second Son, and I'm ready for Yozora, but I need to beat Xion and Master Xehanort first.
Those certainly are words that exist.
They're villains. Shepard drives as great as he dances. Also a cute Shep. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts makes things harder. Sykes can go die in a fire because I hated that battle.
Captain Avenger asks, "Is Vega there with you, and will there be a challenge?"
She's upstairs. I don't know if there will be a challenge or not. We will see.
I said as loud as I planned deliberately.
She was trying to get a bunch of other stuff done with.
Oh, never mind.
But she also mentioned last stream wanting to do a challenge. The Gorn ZX, no, I meant you're not supposed to be in the Mako yet.
Gotcha. Get in the Mako.
Understood.
We will get in the Mako immediately, Gorn ZX. Thank you for your helpful tips.
Remember, no backseat gaming.
Yeah, no backseat gaming, guys. For the 50,000th time. Please.
Gonna get me in the Mako.
Because we're gonna just do the opposite. Because this is Space Jackass, we can do what we want.
We're Space Jackass, guys. We are gonna get in that Mako, and we are gonna drive it all the way down.
Whatever, I do what I want.
Okay, F6 as soon as you clear the room.
Yeah. I should try playing Spider-Man on the PS4. I have. It's good.
Ah, it failed.
What failed?
Ryan Muir, maybe you just need some elbow grease and headlight fluid.
Quick save failed?
Really? Yeah.
There we go, quick save
there
complete.
you go.
You have to be on flat Earth.
Alright, we know that Geth is right there, so we just gotta, like, zip forward. Come on, skip the cutscene.
Get in the Mako, Shinji. I mean Lucas.
Alright.
Mr. Linkara, your task, should you choose to accept it as the science officer of this Mako, is to not drive off the cliff.
Charge!
You're the one about the... Woo!
Oh, crap.
Woo!
I have not played Doom yet. This is the worst vehicle ever. I'm like on the edge of my seat, wondering if he's actually going to do.
No, sorry. All I heard in the background was very distant. Woo!
Elbow grease? How stupid do you think they are? Once they get back with that headlight fluid, they're gonna report you.
Woo!
My name is O'Malley.
Woo!
Let's see. Car Kid, I'm waiting for yours. God.
A dune buggy with jump capability. Shut up and take my money.
Well, Sarge, this Puma seems to be very indecisive about what it wants to do. Now get in the damn Warthog.
Woo!
Hold on, did that just say you could repair the thing with Omnigel?
Yup.
Cool.
I'm sorry, did you want some more? Woo!
Nice.
Linkara
is mimicking Sarge. He's declared a war on gravity.
And just like that, the fires go out.
Mike Vit G had an idea for your next Nuzlocke. Why not make it so you can only have Pokemon of one gender? Doing that myself to keep from going nuts. Because that would be really, really hard as it is. Nuzlocke's are already difficult enough as it is. I don't want to impose too many new rules.
Okay, I think the title for this stream has been decided.
The woo?
I thought the title was Defying Gravity.
Declaring war on gravity.
What I'm going for is there's a bit in like season 7 of Archer where like he's in a car and he keeps running over a guy. Do you hear the what about punk or about? Basically he's just like kind of broken now and he's just like repeatedly running over a guy.
Woo! Rampage!
Rampage! We haven't had a good rampage in a while. Woo!
Contest of Champions put on hold? No, there is a contagion that the Temlins really don't want their competitors to get. So
Besides, it's their universe operates on different timelines, so they might not even have, like, the competitions may still be going on as we speak.
True.
Oh yeah, competition's going on as we speak. It's just me filming new contest segments are unfortunately on hold. This is the problem of having other people in my stuff.
Scream 80, using a vehicle to toss your enemies off ledges. That's a unique way to defeat them.
Hey, it worked! It worked! What we managed to get one of them off, I wish we had gotten more.
Adamantium Rampage.
Adamantium Rampage.
Either magic carpet ride or suck it, Newton.
Well, rock into the star machine.
It's the official theme song of First Contact.
Alright, well, there's a little bunker area here. Let's see what we can get. Let's talk to Exo Jenny here. I don't know why we're not supposed to get in the Mako. That seems like it was a lot easier than just than not getting in the Mako.
That's close enough.
They're straw hats.
Relax, John.
Hold on.
Not Geth.
Get back, Juliana. Who are you? What do you want?
Read it off while I take a drink of water.
Okay. Sir Straw Hat, that was the worst driving ever of all time.
Worst or best? Robert Wilson, did you get a chance to read that House Pets comic? I don't believe so. Ikari Kid, does Vega prefer Telgemeier or the artist that currently does the BSC comics? I do not know. You'd have to ask her. Patrick B, game show reviewer, have you checked out any of the game shows Rooster Teeth put out? Chumped and On the Spot are a lot of fun.
I unfortunately have not.
I've only seen Red versus Blue, and even then, only the first seasons before they created their own thing.
Before they created the larger mythology.
Before they jumped off to YouTube.
Yeah.
But back when they had their own blip thing, before that.
Yep.
I've only seen seasons 1 through 5.
Commander
it's very, very good. It's just the problem is keeping up with it is hard when you don't have a centralized thing.
Trust too easily, Juliana.
I'm just glad to see a friendly face. I thought we were the only humans left on this planet.
Phi Dan and some of the members of Zoo's Hope are still alive.
I thought you said they were all dead.
I said they were probably all dead.
They live, though the
I said they were mostly dead.
We know what that's like. Those damn synthetics are relentless.
I'll do whatever I can to keep them away from you, but I need some information.
What kind of information?
Ignore him. The Geth are up in the Exogeny headquarters.
What a douchebag. I hope we kill him later.
These guys are unhelpful as fuck.
You are in the council.
Nothing else.
The lady's being helpful. This guy's just a dick.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or to quote Gorns the X, well, excuse me, princess.
And we're missing a couple super chats.
Benjamin Hall, make sure you have enough of your meds, people.
Yep.
This is not a super chat, but I want to read this from Bab Clayman 1. Then Thanos caused the blip, and half the internet critics went missing.
Oh. That's too soon. It's been years, but it's still too soon.
Secrets. Commander, before you go, my daughter, Lisbeth, she's missing.
Don't you mean she's issing?
We can do a proper accounting of our casualties after the Geth are gone.
That's my daughter you're talking about. She's still alive. I know it.
Where's your daughter, Juliana?
She was working in the Exogeny.
Yeah, I was like, hold on a second. There's letters missing from that.
Oh yeah, there were several places she could hide.
A piece of the
She's in
script
here.
is
I'll
missing.
get her out.
Thank you, Commander. Thank you.
Do you know what the Geth are after?
I have no idea. We certainly haven't found anything of use. Something Exogeny is keen to.
What kind of name is Isbeth? It's better than Goiza. Or Goiz.
Goizo. Yeah.
Goizo!
Goizo the Eldritch Abomination. Or the Eldritch Ramen that we countered last time.
Yeah, guys, the haunted. Check out. Those of you who are asking me to play World of Horror, check out the stream, the March of Weeds quarantine stream. We played for about a half hour of World of Horror, the haunted ramen, and the evil Eldritch Abomination Goizo.
Yeah, and then there was a case of scissors with 3 face.
And please remember, if you see
1 face, 2 face, 3
face.
face.
Yeah, this is what happens when you give 1 face steroids.
One Face and Two Face combined together.
Ricky Brannard asking me if there's thoughts on a possible Rebel Season 5. Are you serious? Are they looking at making Star Wars Rebel Season 5? Because if so, that's a mistake. It had a good ending.
And as for what about Goo though, there was Lugu. Lugu is always part of you.
There is always more Lugu.
There can only there's like it's like Jello. There's always room for Lugu.
There's Lugu in all of us.
Just a little bit.
I have a feeling just like the shuttles on the original Battlestar Galactica, every single one of those Makos has M35 on it. Just like Galactica, every single Galactica shuttle, even the ones from Pegasus, were labeled Gal 356.
Well, that's what happens when we don't change up the models, and we don't expect people to be pedantic enough to take a look at that.
And we also don't shoot any new visual effects sequences past the Gun on Ice Planet 0.
Lugu, it surrounds us. It penetrates us. It binds us together.
It's everywhere. In the walls. At your door. In your mind.
The Lugu of the opera is here. Inside your mind.
Now, I have heard Ahsoka will be in Season 2 of The Mandalorian, and that'd be interesting.
I just want Kit Fisto to be in something again.
We need more Kit Fisto in our life. All right, I'm gonna try to ram these guys.
All right, ram it.
Woo!
You gotta pay fist points toll.
Woo! My God, we actually are upside down finally. Woo!
Oh, there you go. There you go. Whoa!
Beautiful. It's a thing of beauty, guys.
Underneath No Face is Skull Face. You mean Director Bones?
Best vehicle ever.
Mako is the best vehicle. Woo!
Lugu and Kit Fisto, the next dynamic duo.
Woo!
And hey, what do you know? You actually learned how to drive it well enough that you don't go over the edge.
I'm sorry, you're let me help you up again. I'm sorry, man. Jeez, you have your insurance. Oh my God.
I'm sorry, I thought this was America.
I thought this was America. Every country in the world is America.
Off-road, under the road, who knows?
Above the road, under the road, who knows?
You're always winner.
Woo!
Welcome to Big Rigs in space.
Oh, beautiful. It's the little things in life you treasure. Alright, I suppose I should repair this thing. Good times. Great oldies.
You can't have Kit Fisto, he's dead. I will resurrect him like they did with Darth Maul.
On that note, let me see if I can reduce some of these to Omnigel to make our life a little easier. They're probably using up a bunch of Omnigel with this combat sensor, improved sighting, anti-personnel rounds. I think we had some of this.
What was the name of, what was the character name of the Death Sticks guy? I completely am blanking on
Elon Sleaze Bagano.
There you go. I want to see him again.
Yeah. You want to buy some Death Sticks?
I don't want to buy some Death Sticks.
I want to go home and rethink my life.
You want to go home and rethink your life.
I see that's part of what I loved about the prequel trilogy. They do have problems, as I've seen, but there are some genuinely really good moments, witty dialogue, and some like things that I really love, especially that scene, because it shows that even in space there are people who just want to sell you stuff.
Yep.
Phasic round. I gotta reduce some Omnigel. We got a lot of extra stuff here. A lot of extra stuff we can make room for because we got like upgraded versions of all of them.
Also, one thing I've noticed since I rewatched The Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones, Obi-Wan, as stated in the original trilogy, is emotional like Luke, and that carried on to Anakin. He never really maintained the calm that Qui-Gon had, and that's why he's emotional. And like, there's a scene where he jumps out the window. He's impulsive, and that's why Anakin is part of the way he is, because Obi-Wan is a hypocrite, and Anakin understands that.
Yeah, but the problem is, and I bring this up when I do the prequel comic reviews. It's that the comic the story never calls them out on that. So
Exactly.
as far as so it frames them as being correct all the time, as opposed to, I get what they're trying to go for with it. There's actually some clever stuff in there, but it's not framed properly.
Exactly, and it's like, and a lot of the stuff with Anakin I could do without. I think that there's some good shots, like when he goes to kill the Tusken Raiders, he's in shadow, and to show his turn towards the dark side, and the sun is setting, and he attacks them at night, and that's when he kind of has his rage moment where he taps into the dark side. There are moments of really great ideas, but then bad stuff happens. There's dips, and I wish it had focused more on Obi-Wan's story, because Obi-Wan's story was interesting.
All right, so it looks like here we got some armor thing. Well, the first aid interface. Does this mean that will auto heal me a bit, or is this or is it just extra healing from the health packs?
Mini Librarian, I hope that's true. Ewan McGregor's brother is a pilot with a call sign of Obi-2.
Nice.
Jacob Lerma, what are you guys on thoughts? How come some Star Wars fans act like there's a conspiracy theory that Disney is trying to ruin Star Wars, but the simple thing is they just do not like the movies? That's pretty much it right there.
Nobody's trying to ruin anything.
No one's trying to ruin anything. They want to make money, and they want to put out a good product while doing so.
It's not always possible, and sometimes even if you have the best intentions, you need good editors to catch your mistakes, and you need somebody to tell you no. And sometimes I feel like these directors are too big that nobody tells them no.
Pretty much, yeah.
Patrick Caulfield, after watching your Last Jedi review, you made me appreciate it more. The only thing, ironically, I disagree with you on, was the hacker guy. Just didn't really like that guy, but it's just my opinion.
Oh, I
liked
DJ.
it. That's personal opinion. I liked DJ. I thought he was well acted, and he had a unique characterization and quirk that was not annoying, and he kind of like, I like kind of that quirky kind of thing, but he presented like he's got like a thief with a heart of gold. No, he's still a dick.
Yeah,
he's in it for himself.
I liked your review because it did point out that that was part of the character growth for
Finn. Yeah.
Was it Finn? And that's something I didn't see before. And I think The Last Jedi is a very big character film. It's where it's very intellectual, it's very character heavy. It doesn't do a lot to advance the overall plot. Whereas Rise of Skywalker is very dumb, very emotional, but advances everything.
Rise of Skywalker almost feels like, like they had a plan, they had a rough draft from episode 7, and then the director for episode 8 came in and said, I'm not going to follow that, and then Disney couldn't stop him. And so they tried to stick with the same plan.
Trying to stick with the original plan is really the problem. They basically...
They tried to stick with the original plan and basically decontinuize everything at the same time, and it just really came off bad. Like they're trying to satisfy everyone at the same time, and the truth is, you're never going to do that.
Wait a second, Mini Librarian. How is it easier to edit out puffins than to change them into porgs? That doesn't make sense to me, because it's still editing. Bring us the butthole cut of cats, and I'll explain. But when you have two directors who have two opposite visions, and nobody to tell you, hey, cut this shit out, make a good movie and make a good overarching story, there's a problem. Same way in Doctor Who, in Modern Who, where, I think that a lot of Tennant's era was great, but he had very bad individual episodes.
Why do we always come back to Star Wars?
I don't know.
Sorry, I interrupted you there. Finish your thought, sorry.
And then when you get to Smith has really great individual episodes, but his overarching stories are bad because no one's telling the director that the crack idea was stupid.
Mike V. VLTG3. Yeah, Disney's problem is they didn't want to ruin Star Wars. They just didn't have the right people helming the ship the same way they do MCU. Okay, and that's probably the last thing I'll say about Star Wars. As Tony J says, "Oh God, they're talking Star Wars." I'm gonna hit something about COVID-19 for something less controversial.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I don't know how.
No, it's fine. It always comes back to Star Wars on this channel, apparently.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Oh, I can't go through here with the car.
No!
Woo! Unless, can I get over that corner over there?
Star Wars isn't ruined. Breakfast is ruined.
Yes.
Let's face it, guys. Breakfast is ruined.
Nope.
Alright, I'm gonna get out of here because we might have to take this back.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain. I'll take your Star Wars away if you give us more Doctor Who.
Let's see.
Always more Doctor Who is good. Alright. Level terrain.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. Smartest moron. Like, I'm much more of a Star Wars fan because I grew up with Star Wars. I had no knowledge of Trek until I watched Lewis's stuff. And Trek is hit or miss. As much as people like to I think Star Wars is a bit more solid in terms of, movie to movie. It has an idea. Star Trek sometimes has massive dips in between episodes.
And then they go right back to Legendary. Patrick Caulfield, yeah, I found this his quirk to be wincy due to having family that has tics like that, so it's kind of made me feel uncomfortable since I know how rough it can be. But I do agree with your reasoning on the parallels.
I get you.
Sir Straw Hat, adding on to Jacob's statement, the fact that they, whether it be Disney or Lucasfilm, altered certain scenes from Clone Wars Season 7 that were present in the story reels doesn't exactly help.
I haven't actually seen Clone Wars.
I have not.
I have not either. So
I've not seen Season 7. Yeah, I watched it for a good while, but I don't think I ever finished it.
Malfunctioning object over there.
I think the Star Wars movies don't need saving.
Well.
Hello.
Why hasn't it shot you yet?
Maybe it's friendly.
I'm just gonna pick up this malfunctioning object here.
It's a giant mushroom. Maybe it's friendly.
Although, on a side note, I absolutely love SF Debris' review of the Discovery episode where Dr. Colbert comes back, basically calling him Mario. Have you seen that, Lewis?
I did not. I have seen that. I'm trapped.
You're glitched. No.
I'm glitched.
No Steven Universe spoilers, guys. We haven't watched. I haven't seen Future.
No Steven Universe spoilers.
All I know is PTSD, and I mean that was kind of obvious. It's the quenchiest. Drink cactus juice. It's the quenchiest. This stream is going great, guys.
Yep.
Trapped in the void forever. And our radar is jammed. Somebody gave us the raspberry.
Gordon's EX says not to move, so let's try that.
Whoa. This ain't working.
And now here we are, a voice in the dark.
Here we are in the... Oh, good! Now everybody's behind here!
We're all behind you, kid. I just want to tell you good luck. We're all counting on you.
Here we are in the future!
Yeah, but it's like, it's great. My team joined me, but how the hell did you get in here?
Did we? No, we didn't get out. I thought you had finally gotten out. 1992 Surge. Hey, where is Vega? I wanted to ask her what she thought of SF Debris' My Little Pony reviews.
She doesn't watch any of SF Debris. She's not really into them.
Because he's just a voice. As we all know, cameras steal your soul. Space is truly dead. This is what happens when zombies don't attack us. We just get glitched into the wall. Ikari Kid, anyone recommend Doctor Who audio dramas?
There's a ton of good Doctor Who audio dramas. Off the top of my head, ones that don't require the larger story. Well, you just watch all the 8th Doctor audio dramas in order, because they're a continuous story. Spare Parts is really good. Chimes of Midnight is part of the 8th Doctor stuff, and it's amazing.
Here's a good question for you, Lewis, because you probably know better than I. My editor and I have been arguing about what to do with the audio dramas, because we're trying to review the serials in order, but the audio dramas reveal certain things. Should we just wait until like later on to discuss the audio dramas, or wait until the end of Hartnell's era to do some of Hartnell's dramas? What do you think?
What do you mean by reveal certain things?
Like, apparently, from what he was telling me, certain plot points that I shouldn't know yet come up in audio dramas.
Yeah, the audio dramas are just expansions on already existing Doctors, so I say just wait until you're done with a Doctor before you watch any audio dramas featuring them. Jubilee is a good one. Well, guess we're all the way back here. Woo!
Yep, it's time for more Space Jackass.
Alright, so we've been around.
Oh wait, oh my god.
That's a 50 from Henrik Henriksen.
Yeah. That was a 500.
It's 500 in their own money. It's $50 American or so.
Okay. Henrik Henriksen, personally, having thought a lot about it, I feel it would be more surprising. God.
If Snoke was a Force user, but instead just a normal guy who liked what the Emperor was doing originally, like the Emperor originally was in the early script of Star Wars, basically a puppet ruler.
I like him better as a clone, because it makes sense both figuratively and literally. But what they were trying to do with Snoke in The Last Jedi was reverse the trope that this was the big bad and focus on Rey, and not Rey Kylo Ren.
It didn't work.
Woo? Oh, that went great.
I'm having fun.
I'm having fun.
Forget them. We need to find the Geth.
And next we choose Big Zam. The Mako needs to burn.
No, it doesn't. We love the Mako. The Mako's great.
That's close enough.
The problem is they already explored that route in Dark Empire. Yeah, but not everybody read the not
As a reminder,
knows.
99% of most people in the world have not read a single expanded universe novel, nor will they ever read an expanded universe novel. As far as most people are concerned, Star Wars is the movies. It is only the movies. It will only ever be the movies.
Plus, the EU is no longer canon.
Yeah, as far as the old expanded universe goes, I have read exactly one novel and played Star Wars Jedi Knight 2 and Jedi Knight 3.
I play video games until someone told me that they were that as far as Lucasfilm was concerned, all that stuff was canon. I thought it wasn't, because no other property on Earth works like that.
Well, I mean...
No, seriously, no other property works like that.
You're right about that. You're right about that.
Star Wars is alone in that. And I think that that's kind of gotten people this expectation that they will follow, that everyone will always follow that strategy.
Here's the thing, the only other thing that I can think of is Danganronpa, because it was a game that turned into an anime that turned into a game. Like, there are very few properties that work like that, though, and you can't expect everybody to get all the materials. Kingdom Hearts, I'm looking at you.
I'm not interested. Commander.
Okay, we gotta find Elizabeth, who's issing.
She's still alive.
Where's your daughter?
Who's issing?
Oh, yeah.
There's your
Elizabeth.
Thank you.
Isbeth is issing.
Alright, so do this again. Good news was we had gotten that quick save earlier.
The thing is, when it comes to expanded universe, a lot of companies want to do it to make more money. They did it with Dead Space. They wanted to make this whole thing on a niche property. It doesn't matter what the corporation wants. The audience will consume their way.
All right, David W. Coxwell, what would a crossover between Season 2 Batman the Animated Series and Season 1 Mighty Morphin Power Rangers? I don't know. I don't even remember what's in, like, Season 2 of Batman the Animated Series. T-Scream 80, I thought Babylon 5 considered its novels canon. Yes, but some of those novels are garbage.
Not only that, but they also consider their comic books canon, I believe.
Yes, they do, and honestly, that's probably a mistake sometimes.
Yeah.
Not
Expanded
everything.
universe
Sometimes
lore.
it's best to do that unless it's like a side adventure with like no actual consequences. That's probably for the best. Yeah,
And
only
that's the
some of the
problem.
Babylon 5 novels are canon.
Expanding universe material and lore can very much help, but it can hurt too, and it can make like you dependent on that lore. And I feel like we should all collectively treat each individual property as a different thing. It's a different part of the multiverse.
Patrick Caulfield, thing I appreciate about you, Lewis, is your ability to make an argument about a topic and making it your opinion. I can't stand the toxic fandoms. I gave my reasoning, and that was enough for you.
And
Thank
that's
you very
the thing.
much. Anyway, we
I-
keep going back to Star Wars. We need to get away from Star Wars.
Ikari Kid, yeah, but Babylon 5 was conceived as a full story. Yeah, but still.
Oh, not to put you on the spot, Lewis, but I got a question.
Is it about Star Wars?
No.
Yes.
So,
It sounds like you're talking about Star Wars, aren't you?
No, I'm not. Look, I'm talking about a show that I saw once upon a time, okay? It was called, balls of burning gas that fight.
I see! Sarvis the Buck, books after Disney got Star Wars are canon. I'd like to recommend the Thrawn books and the Aftermath trilogy. Phasma is also not bad. It's Mad Max-ish. Neat.
Nice. Moving away from Star Wars, let's talk about Kingdom Hearts and how that's basically Star Wars.
Oh, God!
No, don't even approach Star Wars. Okay, so I gotta.
Is
Seriously,
a Pokemon musical canon? Of course it is. Woo!
I do have a question, and it is not anything to do with that show.
I apologize. I just had to.
No, it's fine. You're fine.
But I am curious though. On your
Woo!
On your Patreon page, you still mention of an episode guide, like a hardcover episode guide.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be a thing.
It was supposed to be a thing. I still keep thinking I'm going to get around to making it. But the problem is, this is the problem with having a show that is released every single week, and to just keep being more.
Maybe you should cut off like the first 500 episodes.
Well, originally supposed to be like the first 100 or so episodes, because basically I was going to structure it very much in the same way as the Amazing Colossal Episode Guide from Mystery Science Theater. I'm just going to stand on him and see if that kills him. Oh my God, it works! If you just stand on them, it kills them.
Patrick Caulfield, Zenith, personally, I think One Piece handles lore within their story the best, since you don't need to read extra stuff to understand it, and the visuals give you an understanding of the environment. Yes, but it's 900 plus episodes. The lore is the show. So it's like, it handles it well, and I love the build-up and I love the show, but you can't tell that to a casual viewer, like, just keep watching. It's 900 episodes, and even then I've tried, but it's not easy.
Alright, kid, how about we talk about Captain Power instead?
How about we talk about how awesome a driver I am in the Mako?
Captain Tax Time.
Captain Power was a weird show I never actually watched myself, but I know it was a thing. I'm gonna repair the ship here, the Mako, or it doesn't need repairs.
Jacob Larva, so
oh
Sam,
shoot! I need to alter our inventory.
Have you read the IDW Sonic?
I have not, and Sir Straw Hat says, I don't recall Palpatine trying to divide himself among 13 individuals. Yeah, you did, because the Snoka Cola factory happened.
Okay, that's the last comment on, that movie series.
Yes, that's it. We're dropping it.
No more.
How do I take this off of it?
That fair, though, personally, I tell people Pirate Adventure with Magical Fruits. Yeah, but that only takes you so far when there's 900 episodes. People get overwhelmed. Some people don't even watch shows with 100 episodes.
Armor-piercing rounds. We're going to Omni-Gel that. Let's get us some armor-piercing rounds 2 or something.
Organization Palpatine.
David W. Coxwell, what would a crossover between and Star Trek after the events of the motion picture be like?
It's hard to think. I'm trying to think of what a Star Trek and Star Wars cross. I keep saying I want a Star Trek and Star Wars crossover, but I have no idea what it would actually look like.
It would be interesting. I would love to see it.
Just look Star Trek versus Star Wars on YouTube. You'll probably find my old fan film. Let's see here.
I'm gonna save after this point because I need to give everyone some useful stuff.
Right. Hey, Gorns the X, make sure you're equipping stronger weapons. Yeah.
Yep.
Jim Radloff, I'll be watching for yours.
And our Kalen, yes, I've heard of Legend of Dragoon. I own a copy. I want to review it at some point. Along with Xenogears. Xenogears needs a review because nobody talks about it.
Jim Redlove, no more Star Wars pulls pin on New Warriors grenade. Thoughts on the New Warriors preview?
We talked a little bit about that earlier. It's just like, in terms of like the new characters, just like they don't get it. They don't understand why this is a bad idea.
It's people trying to say that they understand LGBT things when they do not.
They really do not.
Yeah.
Okay, Jim, you got your answer. Now put it down and put the pin back in.
1992 Surge. Oh, sorry. T-Scream 80. You guys do know that Star Wars and Transformers have crossed over, at least in the toy line, right? Yes, but the toys are not canon. 1992 Surge. Nier Automata's expanded universe is the worst offender. It includes plays, trading cards, and an effing cereal. No, I'm not joking. Our canon cereal.
The thing with Nier, though, is like I want to actually play through the Dragon Guard games and the Nier games. You don't have to, but the lore is interesting if you've played all of them, and I think they handled it decently.
Actually, what would an Atop the Fourth Wall episode guide look like?
I'm sorry?
What would an Atop the Fourth Wall episode guide look like?
Oh, like I said, the idea was that it would be based off of MSC3K's amazing Colossal episode guide, where basically they summarize the movie, talk about the host segments, and give the ruminations. It's very similar to the descriptions I give to a lot of earlier episodes of Atop the Fourth Wall on YouTube, where I give a lot of my recollections and thoughts about it.
Okay.
Oh boy, Vega says challenge time in 20 minutes.
Okay.
Oh no.
And Professor Chaos says, this will be...
Go ahead, sorry.
Professor Chaos says, this will be worse during prequel month. It will.
It will be. Oh. But you know what? At least that's why I want you guys to save your Star Wars stuff for prequel month, for Star Wars month. Because that's why I did prequel month this year instead of saving it for... Because last year was like 20th anniversary of Phantom Menace. Vega wanted me to do it then, but I'm like, no, I gotta save it because Monday, May the 4th.
There you go.
There's method to my madness.
May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you. I know what I'm doing sometimes.
Also, one thing, because I just had one of my friends message me, I'm not going to be sending sound clips of Khan and Chiaki before the episode goes up. I need to keep some surprises about how things sound and what's happening.
Yes, I do remember the Calvin and Hobbes 10-year anniversary one. That's a good point.
Why don't you let me quick save?
Vega says, if we get 20 in 20 minutes, I will sock it to him. Uh-oh.
Yay!
So people with money start donating.
Yay!
Holy crud, I just realized this, but Lewis, after watching your whole show, I don't think you've actually said why you like Star Trek so much, just talking about the good aspects in your opinion.
I think it's great science fiction. I think the stories are very entertaining. I love the characters. I've watched it since I was 3 years old, so it's nostalgic.
It's good, goofy fun. And even
TOS is a lot of goofy fun, but you haven't even gotten to some of the best episodes of TOS yet, and you've already encountered some good ones already.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like, even the episodes that are bad, even with that, I still am enjoying the show, and that's a testament to how good the show is, and the ideas present in it. Because if it was a show that I didn't like half the episodes and it was bad, then I wouldn't keep watching.
They're saying, let's see, Bad Playman 1, I remember there's one episode, not saying which one, where 4 red shirts beamed down and all of them survived. I remember where 5 red shirts beamed down and 4 of them died, one before the teaser was over.
I mean, nobody died in the last episode.
Really? I thought someone died in Miri.
Nobody died in, well, the random citizens from the planet, but none of the red shirts died.
Okay.
Let's see, SKHS, Richard Nixon, Sock It To Me. I recently got back in comics, personally. My recent favorite is Batman White Knight, and Injustice Year 1. What's your fave Elseworld story?
Oh, probably Kingdom Come. I like, especially when I first read it, especially when I hadn't read a lot of dark future kind of stories. Nowadays, I appreciate it more for the messages it tells more than anything else, and the more hopeful ending, despite dark stuff that happens in it. Jacob Lerma says we have not read a super chat. Jacob Lerma, when you say that in the future, just repeat your super chat. It'll make it a lot easier for us than trying to track it down.
By the way, save now, save immediately.
I'm not gonna.
Oh, now it attacks.
Now it attacks.
So it was just a glitch. The card kid says, so Zen, do you prefer Piper, Boyce, or McCoy? I know McCoy, I don't know who the other two are. Bones is nice. I like Bones and his hatred of green blood. Bones is a very good character. He's the grumpy old grandpa that we all have, and he's very relatable. At the same time, I don't know who the other characters are.
I want to say that they're some of they're the other doctors, I think, who showed up briefly.
Yeah, Boyce is from The Cage, and Piper is from Where No Man Has Gone Before, I believe.
Okay, okay. So, The Cage is one of my favorite episodes thus far. I think because it's a one-off and it's a Pike episode, unfortunately I can't rank it against a lot of things, but it is fantastic, and I love the Doctor there. My favorite current episode so far is The Naked Time, because Drunken Sulu is amazing. I don't was the other Doctor the one who got god powers?
No, he was not a doctor, but you only briefly saw him. Oh, we found Lisbeth.
We found Lisbeth.
Oh, good, we found you.
We've owned you.
Or one of those
yeah, there we go, we owned you.
I will ound you to the ends of the earth.
Ikari Kid, I was going to clarify, but you beat me to it. 777,
right
what is wrong with using an EU to expand on the lore, characters, world, etc. of a series, but you can't do if it's all non-canon anyway? There's no problem with expanding on it, but but there's a lot of expectations that people have on it to be to the point where, well, why aren't they following these exact details laid out in this book? An example of that was in Rise of Skywalker, when the they can fly now thing. A lot of people were like, ugh, but he should know that these flying troopers exist because they were in this comic or this book that he was a part of. It's like, do you really think that they are reading every single book in comic ahead of time to make sure they do that?
I mean, I'm nerd, but I'm not that nerd.
Yeah, no one...
Okay.
It's one thing to expand on it and have more stories and to get more details in this. For God's sakes, I'm a Star Trek fan. There's a lot of... I will reference expanded Star Trek stuff, but I know that the shows are not beholden to it because they don't care. Because they didn't write it. It's not their show.
There are a few super chats I need to get to. Patrick Caulfield, Zenith, I feel Zoro and Sanji are basically Spock and McCoy. No, because Spock and McCoy actually get along. Zoro and Sanji, they literally fight each other every time they see each other. Spartus Moron, in case TMG is canceled, I'm still broke. I want to recommend streaming Super Robot Wars and Game Boy. There are no pilots, and you must use the power of friendship with Gundams Born to save the day. And we are... Did we get a We got Akari Kids. Jacob Blair, the last thing about Star Wars. So Zen, what era of when to be Star Wars to be Kingdom Hearts? Wait, what? What?
I don't know. Alex Severinsky, well, the story group exists supposedly to keep continuity between the various parts. Yes, but they can only give recommendations to the writers and whatnot who actually are making it. Because in the end, it's their movie. They only have so much authority over them. There are continuity people who exist in DC and Marvel, but in the end they will say, well, I don't care if this book did it like years and years ago, or did this similar story arc. It's my movie. No one's read that book. Millions of people will see my movie.
And on that
Plus,
note,
there's just so much of it. Not everyone's gonna be able to walk around like a Wikipedia, memorizing all that information. Stuff is gonna slip through. Plus, there are incidences where canon contradicts other parts of canon.
Did someone ask you about the burning balls of gas that have fights?
No, someone brought up an interesting point about the expanded universe stuff, which I can appreciate talking about that rather than Star Wars minutia itself.
Okay, fair point.
Because there is that kind of issue that props up because their point was, well, what's the point of having expanded universe stuff if it's all going to be declared non-canon anyway? Henrik said, what are the problems people have with modern Doctor Who or Star Trek? With modern Star Trek, I can list off several things. A lot of it is flash over substance. I don't like the amount of swearing in it. You can give your excuses as much as you want, but I like Star Trek being mostly family friendly. I love how we're just standing here, Elizabeth. We have not answered Elizabeth.
Who cares about Elizabeth?
Yeah, don't even get me started about Doctor Who canon, Akari Kid. Doctor Who canon contradicts itself all the time because of the time travel show.
Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
Let's see. Other thing. Sometimes characterization goes way too fast in Star Trek. A lot of modern Star Trek is very horny.
The problem I have with modern Who sometimes is that they fly by the seat of their pants with writing, and they create a mystery, and they don't solve the mystery, and the mystery doesn't get solved for 2 seasons.
And when it does get solved, it's unsatisfying.
Exactly.
Tones the Geek is bringing up everyone's favorite admiral.
Admiral Pottymouth?
That effing admiral? Yeah.
Yep.
Admiral F.
Let's see. Another thing I don't like about modern Trek. I don't like modern aesthetics. SF Debris talked about this recently. They have an expensive camera that can like move 360 degrees, and they don't use it effectively for why they would use that kind of thing. They do it because, well, it's expensive and we have it anyway, so let's just do it.
Yep.
Yeah, Doctor Who has no canon at all canon.
And
a lot of my problems with modern Star Trek is aesthetics. It thinks it's smarter than it is, and a lot of times it is actually really, really dumb. Now, I will be a stickler for excessive continuity stuff for Star Trek. Not necessarily for stuff like the books and stuff like that, but your own show. Because Star Trek in the past really, really did care about making sure everything stuck to a consistent canon. To the point where there's a DS9 episode where they go back to the TOS era and they replicated TOS look as best as they could. Whereas these days they want to upgrade everything because they operate on the assumption that, well, no one will accept it like that. Except we have someone in this chat right now who is watching it and enjoying it. So clearly, modern audiences will accept this show made in the 60s.
The problem with Star Trek in the 60s wasn't the look and feel of it. I was fine with it. Even though the tricorders sometimes look goofy, it's still enjoyable. It doesn't break the show. People need to stop placing too much on visuals, especially in gaming, but in shows too. And I'm going to be right back. I need a drink.
And other fans have actually brought up some interesting points about stuff like, women wearing mini skirts or everyone using push button stuff in TOS versus future stuff with touchscreen displays.
Yeah, but it's like, who the hell cares,
Yeah, there's even the Enterprise Mirror Universe episode where the TOSs were used and they make a joke at, whoa, this looks so advanced. Yeah, it does to them because the power outputs and stuff like that is so different. They'll still make fun of, say, the uniform designs, even though their uniforms look stupid as all hell.
This is true.
But bear in mind, we can also see it as design aesthetics of the era. Because some stuff that looks futuristic to us now will look retro and stupid 20, 30 years from now. Stuff that was cutting edge 40, 50 years ago looks goofy to us now, and the same thing will be the case as technology progresses. It's just the design aesthetics of the period. In the TOS, in the 23rd century, this is just how the technology looked.
If anything, I will say that their attempts to make it look all, high-tech futuristic will actually date the show later on.
Just because, to quote Croce Robot, I love using this quote, just because it's futuristic doesn't mean it's practical.
Yeah.
Kelvin Enterprise is an Apple store. Yep. Anyway, we've gotten off track here. We got to get back to Mass Effect. Elizabeth has just been standing here very patiently for us to answer her.
Jacob Lerma says that do not get him started on Power Rangers.
Oh man, don't get me started on Power Rangers. Why doesn't everything look futuristic like the command center anymore? Anyway, it's okay.
You're safe now.
Okay, Elizabeth, here's your enter.
It's my own fault. Everyone else was running, and I stayed to back up data. Next thing I knew, the Geth ship latched on, and the power went out.
Something weird's going on with the textures. They're not exactly popping in correctly.
With the what?
Something's going wrong with the textures of people's outfits. They're like, you can tell with her, like, it's very blurry.
That's true.
I think that's, I don't know if that's the PC technology or if it's just was like that, because this was originally an Xbox 360 game, I think.
Yeah. The Blue Griffin, I rather like this quote from Mike Nelson. With this digital technology, the suckiness comes through with great clarity. That's actually the case. Some people, when they first watched the Blu-ray of A New Hope, they noticed how crappy the Darth Vader helmet looked. Because you could actually see, like, the details on it. It's like, oh, this was really thrown together at the last second, wasn't it?
Hello, kitty.
Sir Straw Hat, I'll repeat my super chat that you missed. My favorite Elseworlds is Alex Ross's Justice. It just seems to show the best of the DC superheroes. I like Justice as well, though I haven't read it in forever. Elizabeth, oh thank God, another minute and you all would be dead.
Actually, I like the other one. Elizabeth, Shepard, shut up! I'm talking about Star Trek.
You're gonna have to give me a minute, sir. We're discussing why Star Trek is actually still a great show, despite some of the problems.
I think I'm especially on a Star Trek kick right now because our next episode is Star Trek versus Transformers.
Oh, yep.
So look forward to that on Monday, maybe Tuesday.
You're going to be reusing the Star Trek intro?
I'm still on the fence of whether or not I'm going to or not for this, considering it's based off the animated series.
Ooh.
Anyway, I was trapped trying to get out. Don't worry, we got to get you out of here.
Find out what the Geth are after.
It's not the Geth. It's the energy field they put up. They don't want anyone else getting access to the...
I'm here for the Geth. It's very important that I find out what they're after.
I don't know for certain, but...
Now look at those textures.
They're here for the Thorium.
Because, like, her arm textures are fine.
Exactly.
Yeah, but even being an Xbox 360 game, you're right, those are kind of blurry.
You know what it reminds me of? Have you ever played Elder Scrolls Oblivion? A lot of people, like, at the time said this was super, super realistic. But looking back, like, Oblivion had some really bad facial designs. Like, it's just something you notice now.
1992 Surge. Speaking of Transformers, have you seen Prime? Soundwave is amazing in that. I have not. I should watch that. I should watch some of the more modern Transformers shows because I've heard good things about them.
Yep.
Where is it?
What else can you tell me? You know where I can find this Thorian?
I
Hey,
might be
Chibi.
able to, but not with those Geth crawling around everywhere.
Don't worry, we've got a car.
Out of here, past that field.
We have a car that can kill Geth at the drop of a hat.
All we have to do is just drive over them and stand still on them. Johnny Worldbeater, hey Lewis, have you seen Lupa's videos on the worst Star Trek episodes? And if so, what do you think? They are hilarious, and you should watch them.
Yes, they are.
I'm gonna actually use some. I'm gonna use some clips from her review of the Infinite Vulcan in the upcoming episode. Because especially, Allison has a very, I don't want to call it goofy sense of humor, but she knows how to point out the absolute silliness of things that I didn't even think about before. Like Picard going,
I know, that's my favorite.
It's like, I didn't even think how ridiculous that is, and she just, like, pinpoints on it, and it's like, oh my god, that is so damn funny.
That is hilarious.
I think one of her strengths, too, is she's very good at voices and dialect, and just making the goofiest faces and reactions to things.
You ever think about that? What would you do if you didn't have any brain? It would be really hard for you. Brain and brain. What? Do you ever think about that? What is a brain? What is a brain, really? Okay. Anyway, we need to get out of here. Fair enough.
How we can shut it down?
No, not
I
exactly.
miss Haradi
But I
reviews.
think the Geth ship is
I know, right?
I've noticed the Geth line-
Oh, I know we're supposed to be paying attention to the cutscene, but now I'm just thinking of funny
There's
things.
Geth all over the place.
Anyway, yeah, let's
All
follow
right,
these
we can
cables so we
stay
can
put
find
until
the
it feels
Thorian.
strong.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me twice. I'll just find a small hole to hide in until it feels
Think
safe.
Groppler zorned it up.
Here.
The Groppler zorned it up.
Past any locked doors.
It's just one of those things you never think about. Like, what the hell kind of a title is Groppler? As a Star Trek fan, I just kind of accept these things.
Yeah.
What the hell are these things?
Whoa!
Baron. They're hellhounds.
Out of my way, Rex!
You're gonna get wrecked.
Get Rexed. What would Groppler Zord do?
I think we all need to ask ourselves the very important question of what would Groppler Zorn do without a brain?
Henrik Henriksen, what are your thoughts on the problem with Edward's short Trek episode? I have seen some people hate it. See, I hate it for very different reasons than other people. That episode seems to imply that the reason tribbles are the way they are with their breeding is because of this guy injecting human DNA into them. No, that's not how that works. Enterprise actually established in the canon that the tribbles work because while they breed so much, the reptile population on their planet eats them and keeps their population in check.
Yeah, I like that explanation better than Trouble with Edward. However, that does not stop me from just enjoying that bit of ridiculousess.
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind that like the captain was like trying to get rid of him because the guy was an idiot.
Yes, he was, and not to mention a grade A douche. I mean, especially with the. With the way he treats, with the way he basically says, "Oh, this is fine. All we have to do is just eat our fair share," and basically like, "This isn't my problem. I'm not dumb." Like, you're an idiot.
Yeah, this is not a Barclay situation. Barclay is brilliant but socially awkward, and it's the flagship of the Federation versus some random science vessel.
Edward, on the other hand,
is just some asshole who's disobeying orders and doing experiments that cause us massive disasters. So yeah, I disagree with the opinion with some opinions on that. I just don't like the continuity disconnect they did on it. I got a Starfire down here.
Yeah.
You ever just think about how Edward was wrong?
See, I look past the continuity gap. I kind of just mentally block out that part. Other than that, I love that stupid little bit of fluff. Well, I'm not gonna say love. Sorry, it's a fun little bit of fluff.
Cat break. We got a Starfire.
Oh,
cat break. It's Starfire time. Hello, kitty. I love your little symbol on your forehead like Hime. It's very pretty.
Which, by the way, it's been 20 minutes. Where's Vega?
Yeah, Vega needs to come down and test us.
Yeah, I need a challenge.
Yeah, oh, she's coming. Robert Wilson, whoever is making that woo sound, knock it off. Nope. Never. Yeah. Woo.
Woo.
I'm gonna keep Ric Flairing it up in here whenever I'm driving that car.
I am gonna woo it up. I am the woo bat.
No, I don't want to review protocol.
Akari Kid, a law was made a distant time ago. Oh,
a law. Oh, I will sing the Camelot stuff in a minute. Virtual ass into actual dust.
I love Rex.
Stupid machine!
If there is nothing else, please step aside. There is a queue forming behind you for the use of this console.
The queue is forming.
Ow! What the hell?
He had a lot of shields.
What happened?
You died.
So
you had like 15 shields.
Akari Kid, a law was made a distant moon ago here. Internal heating cannot get too hot. And out in space there isn't any snow here. In space a lot.
Stop the singing.
Never.
Good luck with that.
No, stop that. Stop that. It's silly.
Anyway, apparently it's challenge time, guys.
Okay, for today's challenge, you're going to have to play the rest of the game tonight wearing these socks on your hands.
Oh, no.
Oh, this is going to be tricky. I will give this a shot, especially because we just have a boss battle. Yeah, on each hand here. All right. We got Cherry over here who's meowing. I don't know if you can tell.
I can hear.
You know, I knew it was going to involve socks. I just didn't know how it was going to involve socks.
So wait, how do you type with boxing gloves, strong bad?
So you'll have to play the rest of the stream with sock hands.
And I can't.
I don't know if I can. This will actually be kind of interesting here. Okay, I can...
No, you have to...
Claws.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You have to operate the Mako as well.
Woo!
You can do it. Sock hand, sock hand, sock hand.
Oh, don't forget to switch back your screen.
Oh, switch back your screen, Lewis.
Oh, okay.
Sock hand, sock hand.
Sorry, we just killed the Varans.
Off screen. It happened off screen.
How is it with those socks?
I saw it. It happened.
It still happened off screen.
Yeah.
If it's
not
out
great,
of view, it does not
the mouse
exist.
hand is not too bad, but keyboard it's hard to do WASDEF or whatever, or the WSAD or whatever.
Wasad.
Wasad.
Jim Redloff, Linkara is a free elf, and Ikari Kid, Viga, who is your favorite BSC comic artist?
I'm sorry, what? My favorite what?
BSC comic artist.
I don't know what BSC is. Anyway, I'm gonna enjoy watching you try to play this game with socks.
Okay, just stick around as we try to maneuver and do this.
Patrick Caulfield, last one of the night. Might be a shot in the dark and random, but do any of you know the Carmen Sandiego song? Got it stuck in my head and want to know if three of you know how to sing it.
Where in the world is Carmen
Sandiego?
There you go. So Straw Hat Lewis, no matter how much you may want to be, you are not the nature boy. There's only one limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing son of a gun. Perhaps, but I'm still gonna woo. I love how we got 20 bucks to them to tell me to stop saying woo.
No, I don't want to.
Woo!
Woo! And as we all know, as has been said, the cream always rises to the top. I love that promotion so damn much.
You know, your team sucks.
That's alright, we did it. We just vaporized them.
Oh, okay, good.
Have socks on?
Exogeny Corporation.
It sucks.
I switched over to the shotgun because I knew that would be more helpful.
Damn it! My challenge is supposed to make things bad for you.
Welcome back.
Big gaming socks. I don't think that's what they were saying.
Big gaming socks.
They were saying Babysitters Club.
Babysitters Club.
What about Babysitters Club?
Who's your favorite Babysitters Club artist, apparently?
I don't know.
Who's your favorite babysitter? Is it Jan?
They're all the girl one.
I know it was Randy Savage, not Flair. I watched wrestling from the 90s.
I was a fan of wrestling back in the Extreme Era. Not Extreme Era. You know what? The Attitude
Era.
Yeah.
The Attitude Era was all about Triple H and The Undertaker and Paul Bearer. It was great.
The Rock.
Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? I think not.
Cherry, what you want?
Cherry wants to know what The Rock is cooking, and is it fish?
No.
And Henrik Henriksen is curious how the Borg would view the Force. I think they would be confused by it.
No.
They'd still try to assimilate it.
Yep.
No, you ruined the ceiling.
They could assimilate Jedi. That would actually be interesting. But the thing is, if Borg assimilate Jedi, they'd be less effective because the whole thing about the Borg is they move slowly. They don't need to be fast.
Vega gushed about Reyna Telgemeier.
Oh yeah, I love her work. I love Smile. I like that other thing she did. I forgot the name of it.
Shawn Michaels was the best ever.
Anyway, I can't. We don't do cutscene. We don't do super chat at the same time as cutscene. So let's do this. Locked Assad 6. Have you ever seen Big Guy and Rusty the Boy Robot? Yes, I did. The comic's apparently very different.
Oh yeah, I used to watch that back in Saturday morning.
Anyway,
Also,
go on. Let's learn more about the Thorian.
Yep.
I was unable to provide the previous user with any relevant data. Aside from lacking proper access, there has been no new data
Yeah, can you stop her?
on Species 37.
Because that's how this one got ruined.
All sensors monitoring the observation post
Pull her
at
away
Zeus
from it.
Hope have been inactive for several cycles.
Anyway, Jacob Lerma, hi Viga. What are your thoughts on the Digimon movie event that got canceled?
That says it right there.
So as you can see, she's quite happy about it.
Really overjoyed, I would say.
Why? I want to see the movie. I want to see the movie.
She's quite pleased about it, as you can tell.
I would actually say she's neutral.
What'd you say?
She took it very well. This is fine. By the way, I'm X-Pac, and my thing is I'm X-Pac.
Anyway, Rick Save Yustin, please, for the love of Santa Christ, do not read me.
Oops.
That's what the super chat is for!
Who are you people?
What do you want from me? T-Scream 80, tell us how you really feel, Vega. She's doing great.
This is fine.
Anyway,
fine.
Let's go back to cutscene here. We got trying to figure out where the Thorian is.
What does Zeus Hope have to do with the Thorian?
Species 37 is located within the substructure of the Zeus Hope outpost.
Tell me everything you know about the Thorian.
The Thorian is a simple plant life form that exhibits a sentient behavior uncommon with other flora. Through dispersion and the eventual inhalation of spores, it can affect and control other organisms.
Oh, great, we got magic mushrooms in this game, too.
Control group has yielded.
I told you, giant mushroom, maybe it's friendly.
Almost 85% of all test subjects were infected.
Drink cactus juice, it's the quenchiest.
Knew its people were getting infected?
It was deemed necessary to assess the true potential of Species 37.
That's why they were acting so strange.
Your pilot should be warned.
Joker.
Star Trek and Mass
Joker.
Effect could coexist.
Damn it. That field's blocking us.
We've got to drop that shield and get back to the outpost.
VI, what can you tell me about the Geth ship and the field it's generating?
I have limited data on the Geth. They have effectively blocked all sensors within the facility. I have detected unusual power fluctuations, but am unable to determine the source.
Sir Straw Hat, doesn't bother me, it doesn't bother me, it bothers me a lot, and that one's still green!
Ikari Kid, does Vega know about Gail Galligan?
Gal Gadot?
GG, good game.
Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about.
I don't care about Gal Gadot.
On your power fluctuations, then I'm on the terrace, then we do it the hard way.
We need to find that ship. Let's get moving.
Okay,
Blake 7, the magic mushrooms were telepathic too. That is true.
This is a very lame joke that I've seen on Twitter more than a few times, but I'll repeat it here. Prediction: there will be a minor baby boom in 9 months, and then one day in 2033, we shall witness the rise of the quarantines.
The following message was transmitted from an untraceable account to multiple recipients across the extranet. Further monitoring the situation is warranted. My fellow biotic, you've been selected to receive the transmission because of our shared plight. Few understand us, fewer tolerate us. We must stand together. We must build our own world. Come, join us in the Hawking Eta cluster. Only as one body can we right the wrongs done to our kind. That's not ominous.
I'm just thinking. I'm starting to think that the virus is caused because of the people who had sex after watching the Sonic movie.
Okay, Doomers. Oh, I still have the wrong gun on. 1 second.
And I've seen Sonic movie. It is really, really good. It is really good. Not as good as Detective Pikachu, but it's good.
The Geth used these claws to
Nash sent us to raid you, Linkara.
We have a Nash raid.
It will be difficult. We can check the
Doomer
other
Eternal.
weaknesses.
Oh no, we have a Nash raid.
Very thorough.
Nash raid.
I'm reading all of 2.
It's 2 more than we had before, man. This is a very serious situation.
Do not undersell our victory. 2 is more than I have on my normal streams.
To those here from the Nash raid, tell Nash I said howdy.
Is there a raid?
Yep, Nash is raiding us right now.
Woo!
Yeah,
Nash
he
raid!
said 2
Nash
people.
raid! Nash raid!
Ooh, glowing orb. Let's approach it.
Nash raid! Nash
Speaking
raid.
of raid, I have a stream that I'm planning to do tomorrow. That now that I'm done like recording stuff. Pokemon Red stream tomorrow, 8 o'clock. Be there, please.
Also, if you like art streams, go to Viga's Art Room. Please like and subscribe. I'm a young channel that could use the support, so please support Viga's Art Room if you're also into art. New video coming up this Monday or Tuesday.
Gorn ZX Vega, thoughts on Hazbin Hotel and Hell of a Boss?
I loved Hazbin Hotel. Hell of a Boss was okay. I've been a fan of Viz Pop for years now, so I'm very proud that she got to do this big projects. These like huge projects. I think she's gonna do great in the future. I hope that she's on a track for, feature film someday.
SK Just Video Productions, Nash Raid, Nash Raid. Wait, can we get his PC?
Nash Raid, Nash Raid.
And Smartest Moron, I'm looking forward to talking about everything in Xenogears the most. It's a very interesting series, and I haven't played more than 5 hours, but even still, it's fantastic.
1992 Surge. Does it count as a raid if it's 2 people? No, it's more of a scouting party.
Still. I tried approaching the glowing orb, it didn't do anything.
Zero Armor. For everyone, name a non-Marvel DC superhero you want to see in the Justice League or Avengers. Sandman. Or you know what? Rorschach.
I don't want Rorschach either.
Yes. Jess says Spawn. Cameron Tive, Linkara, been a fan since episode 300. What's your 2 cents of the whole Snowflake and Safe Space debacle going on in Marvel right now?
We've answered that like twice now, actually, earlier in the stream. Basically, it was a bad idea. They don't know what they're doing. I get what they're trying to do. It's still dumb.
And Rixav Yustin, you and Vega should play Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth.
Yes, we should. That's all the
Wow,
guess.
you said that name like, I was looking at that like, how the heck do you pronounce that? You said it with no problem.
Here's the thing, I am a practiced voice actress, and I'm not using my voice actor skills on the stream, but essentially everything I do is voice acting, and in order to do that, I have to learn how to read everything with clarity. That's why I don't have an accent anymore, because I had to loose my accent.
She sells seashells by the seashore.
Okay,
hey,
it
Nash.
is officially a Nash raid. Nash is here. Hey, Nash, how's it going?
Nash!
Hey, Nash.
I see you sent your scouts ahead to see if it was okay.
I'm on it.
Ah, you died.
See, this would not be a problem if I did not have to wear the socks.
Well, yeah, once you wear socks, you don't go back.
Oh, God bless it, all the way back here.
Oh, man. Oh, no.
God.
You gotta deal with these things again.
Yeah, we need to save early and save often.
I guess so.
Sir Straw Hat, I'll tell you who should be able to qualify for both teams. The Beautiful Joe, Henshin, and Go-Go, baby.
Captain Tax time for Justice League.
Yes, Captain Tax time. And Mr. Computer for the Avengers.
All right, let's heal you guys both back up.
You forgot to save.
You forgot to save. Yeah, because they've been they were a lot better about giving us auto saves earlier.
Yeah.
Jiggly's saying if you're in the U.S., actually taxes have been pushed back to July, I believe.
From
July
what
15th.
I understand, you still have to file by April 15th. You just don't have to pay until July.
Ah, okay.
Chubba Dreamer, I'd really like to see an Invincible or an Astro City movie, something superheroes that isn't the big two. personally, what I would like to see is something different from superheroes. Maybe a detective story. I love detectives, or a mystery. Like I love superheroes, but what interests me more is mystery. And yeah, we had this boss again.
Not anymore, we don't.
Now you want to save.
Well, first I'm gonna heal, and I gotta go through all this.
What does Zoo...
The zoo's Hope control. It was...
Your pilot should be warned.
We've got to drop it.
VI.
Big Hero 6 sequel count, maybe. Jacob Lerma, have anyone seen Ladybug and Cat Noir? I have not, but I've heard good things. Save.
I'm saving.
Batman, world's greatest detective, doesn't do any detective work.
Are we going just 2 hours or 3? Because we're
Just
approaching
2. We're coming close to the end here, but I think we'll be... I mean, suppose we could just call it quits right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That way we don't have to see the embarrassment of me trying to fight stuff in the socks. Again.
Fox and Socks and Box and Rocks. With
Fox
locks.
and Socks and Rocks is Nash and Socks. I just saved.
Hi, Nash. Thanks for the raid.
Thanks for the raid, man.
Yeah, and enjoy.
Keep going, you coward.
Ben 10 could work in DC Comics. He could. Ben 10 is great.
I would actually love to kind of see Steven Universe and company in Marvel or DC. I think that would actually be a very interesting interaction.
I would like to see that.
The filing deadline has been also pushed back to July 15th.
Really? I gotta look into that, because if that's true, then great.
No kidding.
I already got my taxes back. I got my taxes back, and I got money back, but I need my job back. I want my family back.
Well, it means that if I have to do a tax stream, that I can push it back a little longer and try to save up some money for it, which is not easy to do, considering we're probably going to owe like thousands and thousands of dollars. But we will see. We want to try to avoid a tax stream if at all possible, because I don't want to. Because especially during this time of year when people are going to need their money more than ever, if like states continue to get shut down and in quarantine and stuff like that.
I would like to make a note to everyone here that just because the contagion containment protocols are active aboard Comicron 1, that does not mean you're free from quarantine. That's just aboard this starship.
Indeed. SK Agents Video Productions, stay safe this week, everyone. Don't hoard TP or food. And that is indeed true. That being said, even if we don't have a tax stream, we are going to have a 600th episode stream. Haven't decided on a date yet for it, but we will have like a all-day stream. We'll play Jackbox, we'll play other games. We'll just have a lot of fun on that day, play some old episodes. So look forward to that when we get to it. That'll probably be at the end of April.
Also, once again, I'm going to be streaming tomorrow with Pokemon Red. It was going to be Friday, but, my voice was still kind of cutting in and out. But we're going to be doing Pokemon Red tomorrow at 8 p.m. Please be there. It's on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Zenith will rule. And also subscribe to Linkara's Twitch channel because he's moving there.
Eventually, mind you, we gotta get some successive streams going in order to work on that.
Which reminds me, Lewis, I'll talk to you after the stream, of course. But I need to get you a banner for this live stream layout. That includes the Twitch layout.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming out here. We had a great time. Remember to always drive your Mako as wildly as possible. Remember, as a matter of fact, I do own the road. Rick Save Yustin, what is your Twitch name? If it's mine, it's Linkara19. If it's Zenith, it is Zenith Will Rule. So go check out her Pokemon Red stream tomorrow at 8 p.m. 1992 Surge, thanks for the stream tonight. It's nice since I'm flying into Dallas tomorrow, which is shutting down Monday. Well, hopefully you're going there for good reasons and you're not gonna be stranded there. Otherwise, enjoy your trip, and everyone, thank you for coming out. Expect a new episode either Monday or Tuesday.
Stay safe.
Good night, everybody.
Watch out for snakes. Have a good one. Thank you for watching.
Keep watching the skis.